Welcome to another episode of Promoter Interviews on our channel, where we engage with the business leaders at defining moments in their corporate journey. Today, we are speaking with Mobilise App Lab as it steps into the public markets with its initial public offer on NSE Emerge Exchange. IPO Platform by Chittorgarh.com welcomes Mr. Ashish Sharma, the promoter of Mobilise App Lab, on the show and congratulate him on this significant milestone. Corporate Capital Ventures (CCV) are the merchant bankers to Mobilise IPO, and IPOPlatform.com has acted as a knowledge partner to this IPO. So let's begin by talking about the journey that has brought Mobilise to this point of initial public offer and its journey through this IPO and its important milestone. So let's start. So first question, Mr. Ashish Sharma, that how was Mobilise started and how has the company evolved since its inception in the year 2013?
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, IPO platform. And as you are rightly, Christian IPO platform. So you guys are true enablers, and I must congratulate Chittorgarh team and IPO platform for the inspiring journey, for handholding us to whatever milestone that we have been able to achieve. As far as our journey goes, Priyanka ji, my professional journey started after completing my engineering in 2004, and that's exactly where I started working with large corporates like Bharti Airtel, then IBM, and then Infosys. Moving forward to travel to different part of worlds, coming back to India, after having good technology exposure. And then I circled back and joined Bharti Infratel again. So Bharti Infratel is now Indus Towers. So that's because the company has been merged. So जब हम लोग भारती इन्फ्राटेल में 2013 में अपना एक प्रोडक्ट बना रहे थे which was for collecting data from fields because there are millions of assets जो भारती इन्फ्राटेल टावर बनाती है उनके बहुत सारे assets जो हैं वो field में थे. So there was mobile application which were developed. Taking inspiration from there, I sense that this technology evaluation of mobile being in hands of people, it can connect, for example, parents to teachers, and then school to administration and back and forth, because internet evolution was taking very significant shape with data becoming cheaper and etc. So that is exactly where in 2014 we started with the first product, which was EduPro. तो हमने स्कूल ERP सॉल्यूशन बनाया जो पेरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स को स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के साथ कनेक्ट करता है एटसेट्रा. From there, then we leaped on to a government policy. गवर्नमेंट ने 2016 में एक पॉलिसी लॉन्च, 2014 टू बी प्रिसाइज, एक पॉलिसी लॉन्च किया कि जितने भी स्टेट्स हैं इंडिया में, they will outsource their equipment maintenance. So which is like hospital में जो biomedical equipments होते हैं उनकी maintenance वो private agencies को outsource करेंगे. तो जब ये पॉलिसी आई तो I was one of the early participants who realized कि अभी किसी भी प्राइवेट एजेंसी को पूरे स्टेट में कितने एसेट हैं ये पता लगाने के लिए they will need technology intervention. And we first company to do this was Kirloskar Technologies, who was our client. हमने उनको एक सॉफ्टवेयर दिया, एसेट मैनेजमेंट सॉफ्टवेयर, केरला में स्टार्ट करने के लिए. और केरला से स्टार्ट करके आज हम 18 स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के में काम करते हैं. हम डायरेक्टली काम नहीं करते हैं, हम लोग सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइड करते हैं फैसिलिटी मैनेजमेंट कंपनीज को या सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स को जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के साथ काम करते हैं. सो दैट इज द एड्रेसेबल मार्केट. सो यू कैन थिंक कि जहाँ पे भी एसेट्स हैं वहां पे मोबिलाइज के सॉफ्टवेयर की जरूरत पड़ेगी. देन वी आवर फोर्थ प्रोडक्ट वाज HR Evo, which is HRIS solution. Sorry, third product is HR Evo, and fourth product is supply chain, which is SCM Pro. So this is how Mobilise journey has been from one single person to 100 people, and from one single product to 4 product lines. So this is how Mobilise looks like.
Great to know this, Ashish ji, and of course, your impressive professional journey before starting this company is also noticeable. So, congratulations for this. Now, secondly, when we are talking about the IT solutions into ERP solutions for educational and supply chain and procurement, also you are doing. So, wanted to understand like how we are involved in simplifying the operations of our client. What problem statement are we solving for the client, and also if you can specify the kind of services that we are offering in each of the segment that you have mentioned.
Interesting question, and this gives us opportunity to put things in very simplistic manner to you and to all the people who would listen to this conversation. So, ma'am, just imagine that from a very simple analogy to infinite universe. In our home, for example, or in your own office where you work, you would have, let us say, 100 odd assets or 1,000 assets. So everything is an asset: your laptop, desktop, your fixture, for your furnitures. And at any point in time, you would want to know that how many assets do you have in your office, right? So this is exactly where Mobilise Asset Management Solution comes in. Now you multiply this analogy to a very large corporate which has got offices pan India, and then you multiply this with total all the companies who would have assets, because anywhere there is a capex spending, assets get generated. Anywhere, then you have got governments, you've got non-governments, you've got army, you've got navy. So think of any large organization, think of anything, you have assets, and wherever you have assets, you would need our offsuit solution. So our total addressable market with respect to asset management is significant, and we are solving problems like tagging assets, helping companies understand how their assets look like, what is their asset base, and then once the assets are tagged, then you could do multiple life cycle management activities on assets. For example, complaint management, preventive maintenance, then calibration of assets. In medical space, calibration becomes important, and then digital checklist of an asset, and then spare part maintenance, etc. So it's a significant problem at scale. For smaller setups, the problem might look simpler, but for think of a state, think of governments, think of utilities, think of municipal corporations. Now they've got millions and millions of assets spread out in field. This is exactly what we are solving. On other side, HRIS solution, we are as I told you, we have got physical assets, so you need our offsuit solution. Now people are assets, and on there are infinite number of assets on Earth, like people like us, and companies consider ourselves as asset. So for people management, people assets, you need our HRIS solution. Then our third solution is supply chain. Right from purchase, so anything that happens, you issue your purchase orders to vendors, etc. Then you procure them, you pay their invoices. So entire purchase cycle management happens on our SCM Pro. And fourth is, of course, the student. So if you would look at India's digitalization journey is picking up so fast. Everywhere, I mean, even in school, colleges, they are advancing so much, and digitalization is happening. But the digitalization that we see is happening in tier A cities, but B, C, D cities are equally catching up. So Mobilise is focusing on this vertical, where we are approaching more and more education institutions in tier B, C, D category schools as well, and our addressable market become infinite. So that's how Mobilise is helping businesses solve their challenges.
Great. So in the ERP thing, okay, we have understood about the HRMS and the asset management system that we are doing. So in the ERP solutions that we are offering to the educational institutes, schools and colleges, so can you give an example where we can better understand this ERP solutions offered to schools and colleges? Like what kind of records we are keeping and how we are maintaining it digitally?
Right. See, for example, right from the time when a student enters into the school. So हमारे खुद के भी बच्चे हैं, तो जब हम स्कूल में जाते हैं तो पूरा प्रोसेस एडमिशन का डिजिटलाइज हो गया है, राइट? रजिस्ट्रेशन से लेके एडमिशन की फीस पे करना, फिर बच्चा जब स्कूल में एडमिशन लेता है तो आपको एक मोबाइल ऐप मिलता है, उसमें उसका डेली क्लास वर्क, होमवर्क, एक्टिविटीज, उस लाइब्रेरी में कितनी बुक्स इशूड हैं, यहाँ तक कि अभी हमने टेक्नोलॉजी को इतना एडवांसमेंट के साथ अडॉप्ट किया है। RFID टेक्नोलॉजी है फॉर एग्जांपल, बच्चे जब बस में चढ़ता है तो पेरेंट को SMS आता है, स्कूल पहुंचता है तो SMS आता है, स्कूल से निकलता है तो SMS आता है। कैमरा है, बसेस के कैमरेज हैं, GPS हैं, आप अपनी मोबाइल ऐप के ऊपर बच्चे की बस को ट्रैक कर सकते हैं। पेरेंट्स की क्वेरीज हैं जो वो स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से पूछना चाहते हैं, so on and so forth. So it is so we have it is not just the software but lot of hardware part also that we have integrated into a single system. And anything and everything that happens in school for a child has to be communicated to the parent, because बहुत सारा communication gap रह जाता है पेरेंट्स और स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के बीच में। और जब जहाँ पे बड़े स्कूल सेटअप्स हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल हम लोग दिल्ली में जब काम करते हैं तो देयर आर स्कूल्स वेयर दे विच हैव 7,000 स्टूडेंट्स और 10,000 स्टूडेंट्स। नाउ इमेजिन स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन गेटिंग ओवरवेल्म्ड विद नंबर ऑफ क्वेरीज फ्रॉम 10,000 पेरेंट्स, राइट, or maybe 20,000 parents. So with digitalization, a lot of these queries can be sorted online, with information being disseminated online, a lot of queries get subsided. So it is not just helping parents, it is also helping school administration to optimize their work. So that's how the Mobilise solution looks like.
Got it. Now, after understanding this business and the services that we cater to, what is the client base for Mobilise and the industry we are catering to? Though we understand that educational schools and colleges are there, and for HRMS, what kind of corporates do we have as our clients?
See, it is because EduPro is a solution which is dedicatedly meant for education institutions. It's a solution designed for them. But rest of the three products, जैसे मैंने बात किया, जब HR solution है तो या फिर supply chain solution है या enterprise asset management solution है, ये सब industry agnostic solution है। So जब हम healthcare में काम करते हैं तो हम offsuit solution पे काफी focus कर रहे हैं। Now we are using same solution for one of our biggest client that has opened up is Bangalore International Airport. तो Bangalore International Airport एक interesting story है। हमने we recently won this tender and we are now tagging 75,000 assets in Bangalore International Airport. Now 75,000 is a very small number with respect to an airport because they have 6 lakh assets. So that's the scale. Now think of that is only one airport I'm referring to. India has got 130 such airports. Okay. Right, so that's a scale of asset that I'm talking about. And if you would keep on hearing back and forth about our finance minister's speech, that capex spending is increasing year on year, चाहे वो road infrastructure हो, चाहे वो IT infrastructure हो, तो हर जगह capex spending increase हो रही है। और जब capex spending increase होगी तो assets generate होंगी, और assets generate होंगी तो आपको उन assets को manage करने के लिए offsuit solution की जरूरत पड़ेगी। That's how we are placed.
Got it. Now coming to the revenue model, that how do we generate revenue from these segments? So I think for ERP and HRMS it would be SaaS based, and for others it is project based, or it could be a hybrid model. So if you can throw some light on the revenue model.
So it is a very interesting story as far as Mobilise is concerned, because we are blessed that our SaaS solutions have picked up and we are able to establish the credibility that these solutions are solving real business problems. I am happy to share with you that all the solutions that Mobilise has worked on so far, they are on SaaS mode. I mean, I'll give you an example. जैसे स्कूल सॉल्यूशन है हमारा, स्कूल सॉल्यूशन हमारा सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल पे चलता है, तो वी चार्ज स्कूल्स पर स्टूडेंट पर मंथ बेसिस. When it comes to the offsuit solution, so we have a very important KPI which is average revenue per asset. So because assets काफी सारे हमारे पास आते हैं, तो हम सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल जब लेते हैं तो एसेट के बेसिस पे चार्ज करते हैं. हम जब HR सॉल्यूशन लेके आते हैं तो हम पर एम्प्लॉय बेसिस पे चार्ज करते हैं, और जब हम SCM सॉल्यूशन ऑफर करते हैं तो पर लाइसेंस बेसिस पे चार्ज करते हैं, बिकॉज SCM सॉल्यूशन में कोई बड़ा डिनोमिनेटर नहीं मिलता आपको, यू डू इट ऑन लाइसेंस मॉडल. तो इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट इज दैट वी डू नॉट गो एंड स्काउट फॉर प्रोजेक्ट एवरी मंथ. हमारे क्लाइंट्स हमारे ऊपर ट्रस्ट करते हैं, हमें रिपीट बिजनेस देते हैं, and everything runs on subscription model.
Okay, so majority you are saying that it is a SaaS based model rather than being a project based.
Yes, exactly. So इसके दो फायदे हैं प्रियंका जी. एक तो ये एक SaaS based मॉडल है जो बिजनेस को बहुत ही स्टेबल और प्रिडिक्टेबल बनाता है, रिकॉग्नाइजेबल रेवेन्यूज हैं, बिजनेस बहुत फ्लक्चुएट नहीं करता है, आपको पता होता है कि आपका बिजनेस किस तरह से ग्रो करेगा. That is one. And second is it makes business very sticky. So sticky is in the sense because client data runs on your system and it becomes your responsibility to ensure कि डेटा सेफ है. तो हमारी जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि हम सेफ सिक्योर सिस्टम्स डिलीवर करें और जिसके लिए हम कमिटेड हैं. इसीलिए मोबिलाइज एक ISO 27001 सर्टिफाइड कंपनी है. हम लोग CMMA लेवल 3 सर्टिफाइड कंपनी है बिकॉज हमारी डेवलपमेंट प्रैक्टिसेस जो हैं वो सर्टिफाइड हैं. मोबिलाइज VAPT स्कैनिंग कराता है अपने सॉफ्टवेयर की, जो ये इंश्योर करता है और हमारे क्लाइंट्स को कॉन्फिडेंस देता है कि हमारे जो सॉफ्टवेयर्स हैं वो सिक्योरिटी असेस्ड हैं बिकॉज VAPT सर्ट आयन एजेंसीज करती हैं जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने एम्पैनल की हुई है. So it becomes very important that business remains sticky, business remains stable, our revenues are recognizable, and we continue to, be with client and keep on offering them newer solutions.
Got it. Now, from the DRHP, we have seen that HRMS is contributing a majority portion in our revenue, that is around 53%, and it is followed by our, I think, Ops suite, computerized maintenance management system for assets.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and rather than this, I can see that the supply chain and ERP solutions, the revenues are reducing from those categories. So, what can we expect going forward? And another question on this is that since this HRMS is a very competitive segment, so how do we address this competitiveness in our scenario?
See, competitiveness is a very great indicator that it's a good market. People will compete in a space where they see revenues growing. However, that being said, your competitiveness has to always have an edge. You cannot be at peace. And you will have to keep on innovating. You will have to keep on adding more and more features to remain. Running away from a product is not a solution. Innovating is a solution. Correct. Because somebody else is innovating every single day. And if you would have look at our HR solution, we have declared that it is used in 58 countries. Now, 58 countries using your solution in 20 different languages is a big credibility that your solution can deliver. So it gives us that confidence. Even though in a competitive space we can survive, we can deliver, we can convince our client to keep on using our solution. Now, coming back to your first question, which is more around investing and maintaining that competitive advantage on our solutions. So we keep on investing, we keep on hiring our talent. Your point is right that HR continue to be a major contributor, and OpSuite is where we are investing more. We are putting more and more people into OpSuite. Our idea is that all the 4 product lines, if you would look at how industry works, there are companies who are only having one single product and they're running a company. And we are virtually running 4 product lines and 4 companies in itself. Our idea is to make sure that we invest in each product significantly. And that is exactly what we have declared in object of the issue also, that we are going to hire talent to keep our products ahead of the curve. And we are also going to invest a lot in the sales and marketing so that we can sell more and more in each product line. And though, yes, the numbers might have dipped, but it does not mean that we have stopped focusing on any product. Every product continues to be our strength.
Any reason for decline in our other segments like
no? Actually, it's more like a alignment. If you would look at, if you would go one level deeper, you will find that we have added clients in every single product stream. But because of cross-selling, and for example, the schools are also using our HR solution. Correct. And industry is also using our HR solution. So due to this, I won't say that we were probably not doing correct categorization earlier. Now the categorization has been clarified, so it appears to be a dip. However, it is not in the real world situation for us.
Okay, so we can expect in the future that all the 4 segments would continue to give us good revenues, yes. Right? Now coming to our, I think you mentioned that 58 countries, other 58 countries are also using our software. Were you talking globally about other companies as well, or about Mobilise that our software is being used in other countries as well? Because in DRHP, I saw that Oman, that we have started offering services in Oman, right? So any other country we
So
are also offering?
it is our clients actually.
Okay.
So how it happened? In fact, one of the major client that we have operates out of India. Now, when we had offered them the services in India and they liked our services, it went into Asia Pacific. We started offering them in Singapore, Malaysia,
Okay.
Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia. So these were some countries where they expanded, and they further expanded to all 58 different countries. So that's the scale.
Okay.
So this is a client. So it is virtually like 50, getting to 58 different clients, not just one single client, because every country is a unique problem in itself, and we are trying to solve these problems for them. And yes, Oman has opened up. We have acquired a client there, and because Middle East is very is a growing market, and we would not want to miss that opportunity to be able to invest there as well.
So any other countries that we are looking forward to open up the markets over there?
Southeast Asia is definitely going to be the focus, because a lot gets driven from how India behaves, you know. But and our learning across all the countries is equally good, because I'll tell you, when our business operations start, it follows the sun model. So right from Australia to China, then to India, then you go toward Middle East, then you go towards Europe, then US, and then Canada. There's the business operation cycle that we support. So our learning is equally good, supporting different countries and different time zones. तो अभी हम कोशिश ये कर रहे हैं कि जब हम उन कंट्रीज में हमारे क्लाइंट्स हैं, तो हम हर कंट्री के अंदर या मोस्ट ऑफ द कंट्री के अंदर जो अपकमिंग मार्केट्स हैं, उनको हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा कैप्चर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. ये हमारा टारगेट रहेगा.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing this. Now we have seen that maybe that you are not dealing with the government directly, but do we have revenues from the government sector indirectly? And if yes, how much those revenues are there in our profile, and what is the working capital cycle for these kind of projects?
See, good part is that our end customers are governments, so this is a good part. Now, the bad part is they are not direct customers. So, but we would want to have customers, governments as direct customers. This is exactly where we're going to strive for. We offer these softwares to our customers, who in turn use our software in states to cater services and give services to the governments. So our revenue direct. I mean, we have no direct revenue from the governments, but entire OpSuite solution. Majority part of OpSuite solution is deployed in government. Although now the private space is also being opened up. I mean, our clients are using our solution in private space like Google, Adani, Qualcomm, Danfoss. So these are the places where our solutions are used by our clients, because it's a facility management solution. It's a integrated facility management solution, which is going to be evolving into a integrated building management solution down the line. So that's how we see it. वो जो सॉल्यूशन है, उसका मेजॉरिटी रेवेन्यू 80% ऑफ द रेवेन्यू वो गवर्नमेंट से आता है, बाकी 20% रेवेन्यू जो है वो प्राइवेट स्पेस से आता है.
ओके, सो हमको कुछ गवर्नमेंट, मतलब दो डायरेक्टली वी आर नॉट डीलिंग, बट कुछ हमारे रिसीवेबल्स में डू वी सी एनी काइंड ऑफ फ्लक्चुएशंस व्हेन वी आर डीलिंग विद दीस काइंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स?
Not exactly. I mean, this is exactly when I say the good part is that we are not dealing directly. So because government में working capital की cycle थोड़ी लंबी होती है, typical, और हम since private players के साथ directly associated हैं, तो हमारी working capital cycles, हमारा cash flow बहुत ही healthy है. And moreover, because as we discussed earlier, कि ये सारे SaaS model पे हैं. अगर client pay नहीं करेगा तो solution use नहीं कर पाएगा. तो ये चीजें बहुत important हो जाती हैं जब हम SaaS solution में deal करते हैं, और हमें regular business अपने client से मिलता रहता है.
And now you also highlighted on the product innovation and new developments that you would be undergoing. So wanted to just understand that how much of our team really works on this new developments and any new product coming up on Mobilise also. We want to know about this.
Innovation is not just is because we have to sustain. Innovation is because the market is so competitive with
Correct.
AI intervention. The products are improving, etc. And I would like to give you a quick brief कि Mobilise AI के space में क्या कर रहा है. हमारा AI intervention दो तरफ है. एक, जब हम डेवलपमेंट करते हैं या प्रोडक्ट की बेंचमार्क्स करते हैं, तो हम एआई से काफी सारी चीजें प्रोडक्ट बेंचमार्किंग कर पाते हैं. पहले आपको प्रोडक्ट बेंचमार्क करने के लिए डेमोज लेने पड़ते थे या प्रोडक्ट्स को यूज करके देखना पड़ता था. अभी एआई की मदद से आप बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स के बेंचमार्क्स कर पाते हैं, फीचर्स समझ पाते हैं. तो दैट इज वन पार्ट. सेकंड इज 60% to 70% ऑफ वर्क फोर्स इज यूजिंग एआई फॉर द असिस्टेड डेवलपमेंट. तो मोबिलाइज बहुत तेजी से यूज कर रहा है एआई की असिस्टेड डेवलपमेंट को. और मैं आपको मतलब एक छोटा सा नंबर शेयर करता हूँ कि 30% ऑफ द कोड नाउ इन अवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज रिटन बाय एआई. And this gives us a lot of room for operating leverage because efficiency बढ़ती है, time to ship जो है product का वो reduce होता है. So this is the left side where we are developing product. On the right side जो हमारे products हैं, उन products के अंदर हम AI intervention कर रहे हैं. So for example supply chain है, उसमें AI analytics आपकी spending के ऊपर, आपके vendor identification के ऊपर, आपकी price discovery के अंदर. So this is one example of सप्लाई चेन. अनदर एग्जांपल इज आपकी जो एसेट मैनेजमेंट है, उसमें एसेट की प्रिडिक्टिव मेंटेनेंस आ जाती है, आप कॉस्ट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक्स आ जाती हैं. तो ये सब एआई इंटरवीन करता है. स्कूल में एआई का इंटरवेंशन एजुकेशन में बढ़ रहा है, तो हम लोग एआई वहां पे भी इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. एंड एचआर ऑफ कोर्स इज अ बिग एरिया, सेंटिमेंट एनालिसिस, हायरिंग ऑफ टैलेंट एटसेट्रा. सो everywhere AI intervention on the product side is happening and on the development side is happening. So both the sides are getting balanced out in our AI intervention.
Great. So Mobilise has already adopted to the AI technology. That is really the talk of the town right now, right? Everyone is very much wants to implement AI into its businesses. But how will AI, impact the IT solution business, or we can say technology sector globally? If you can throw some light on that.
As you're aware, जब हम ये बात कर रहे हैं तो इंडिया में AI समिट हो रहा है.
Right.
और मैं कल since IPO cycle चल रही है, but मेरा schedule बहुत tight था, but I made sure that I go to AI summit and I spent 4-5 hours there. There are so many companies doing AI related innovation, and so is Mobilise. I mean, though we could not participate in AI summit because of our IPO related engagements, but when you go and you see those AI models being developed and new innovation things happening. I'll give you one example. We have our software for facility management, right? Now we are integrating it with robotics. So for example, I'll give you a very simple example. आपके रिसेप्शन पे एक विजिटर मैनेजमेंट सॉल्यूशन लगा हुआ है, और जब आप कहीं कोई विजिटर चेक इन करता है तो एक रोबोट आ रहा है और आपको वेलकम कर रहा है, और वो रोबोट आपको पहचान पाता है कि आप पहले भी आए थे, तो आपका नाम ये है, और वो आपको जिससे आप मिलने जा रहे हैं उसके पास तक छोड़ के आएगा. ये सब रोबोटिक्स, ऑटोमेशन और एआई का डायरेक्ट इंटरवेंशन है, और बहुत ही छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल है कि टेक्नोलॉजी कैसे एक मंडेन सॉफ्टवेयर यानी विजिटर मैनेजमेंट एक बहुत ही बेसिक सा सॉफ्टवेयर है, उसको कितने बड़े यूजर एक्सपीरियंस में कन्वर्ट कर सकता है. हम कुछ इसी तरीके के इनोवेशन के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं. लोग इसे थ्रेट की तरह देखते हैं. मैं इस सवाल का जवाब मैंने बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज में दिया है कि मेरे को ये अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह दिखता है. कैसे दिखता है? मैंने आपको बताया कि ऑपरेटिंग लीवरेज आपको मिलता है, आप फास्टर शिपमेंट कर पाते हो सॉल्यूशंस का, आपका टाइम टू डेवलपमेंट बहुत ज्यादा रिड्यूस हो गया है, और हम उन एरियाज में काम कर पा रहे हैं जो हमें ड्रीम लगते थे. रोबोटिक्स, IoT, इंटीग्रेटिंग रोबोटिक्स इनटू योर कोर सॉफ्टवेयर, न्यू बेंचमार्क योरसेल्फ विद द बेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, और ये सब कुछ AI से हो रहा है. तो मुझे लगता है कि मेरे दो इसमें से समरीज जो मुझे समझ में आती हैं. पहला, एक आपको प्रोडक्ट को इनोवेट करना और आपको प्रोडक्ट को बेटर करने में AI की मदद मिल रही है, और दूसरा वो कंपनीज जो AI जो सॉफ्टवेयर और हार्डवेयर दोनों की कॉम्बिनेशन में काम कर रही हैं, उन कंपनीज को बीट कर पाना अभी भी मुश्किल रहेगा, और आगे ये कंपनी ज्यादा बेटर लीड कर पाएंगी. एंड मोबिलाइज ऑलरेडी हार्डवेयर प्लस सॉफ्टवेयर कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफर करता है.
Okay, thank you for the insights, Ashish ji. Now coming to the financials of the company, we have seen that the profitability margins are very robust for you with growing trends over the last 3 years. So the EBITDA and the PAT margin is 48% and 30%, as I can see in the RHP for 9
Correct.
months FY26. So if you can highlight on the top line numbers and what could be the growth prospects for us going forward with infusion of funds through IPO.
सी प्रियंका जी, मोबिलाइज ने अपने ऑब्जेक्ट्स बहुत ही क्लियर रखे हैं, और दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स जो हैं वो हमारी ग्रोथ की तरफ इशारा करते हैं. पहला, अपने अपने फंड्स पार्क किए हैं कि हमें सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजीज अपनी ज्यादा रोबस्ट करनी है. अभी तक जो हमारे क्लाइंट्स हैं वो हमें रेफरेंशियल बिजनेस दे रहे थे, या क्रॉस सेलिंग हो रही थी, या अप सेलिंग हो रही थी, एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट्स हमें नए ऑर्डर्स दे पा रहे थे. सो ऑल्दो इट्स अ वेरी वेरी गुड साइन दैट क्लाइंट वुड कंटिन्यू टू हैव ट्रस्ट इन अस, बट दैट आल्सो पोजेस अ रिस्क, जो एक रिस्क फैक्टर में भी आया निकल के कि आपका क्लाइंट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बहुत ज्यादा है. पर एमएसएमई शायद ऐसे ही ग्रो करते हैं. शुरू में आपके पास क्लाइंट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन होता है, एंड देन you know put invest more funds and you de-risk yourself, get more clients. And this is exactly what we are saying, that we want to de-risk, we want to get more client onboarded, we want to open up domestic market, international market, so on and so forth. And this is exactly why we are going to utilize proceeds for the purpose of sales and marketing. Our target is that every product will have its own sales team, every product will have its own product managers, every product will have its own development team. So this is exactly where the second object of the issue comes in, that we are going to hire best of the talent, जो इंडस्ट्री में जो इनोवेशन करते हैं उनको हम हायर करें और अपने प्रोडक्ट को कॉम्पीट कराएं बेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड से. और तीसरा ऑब्जेक्ट हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे इन्वेस्टमेंट है, बिकॉज ये सब करने के लिए आपको एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजीज चाहिए, जीपीयू चाहिए, एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल, आपको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाहिए, सर्वर्स चाहिए, अच्छी मशीन्स चाहिए. तो वो हमारा तीसरा ऑब्जेक्ट है. एंड चौथा इज जनरल कॉर्पोरेट एक्सपेंसेस. सो ओवरऑल हमने अपनी ऑब्जेक्ट को इसी तरह से किया है अरेंज कि हम ग्रो करना चाहते हैं यहाँ से, और कंपनी के प्रोडक्ट्स और सॉल्यूशंस को आगे लेके जाना चाहते हैं.
You would like to highlight on the top line that you have disclosed in the RHP also for 9 months FY26.
So, we have been seeing 30% growth YOY. Mobilise has been actually getting double in 1.5 year time frame. So this is how in 2013 we were doing 6.5 crores of top line, around 7 CR to be precise. 2024 we did 12 crores. 2025 we did 16.5 crore. We see similar numbers coming up in 2026. Although the numbers are a little flat because of our significant engagements for coming up with IPO stuff, but we are committed to the growth, and we see similar growth in upcoming years down the line.
Yes. So the financial strength is visible in the robust profitability margins of Mobilise. Now coming back, I think you have shared that though the growth would be good, but we would like to know that out of our 4 segments, which will be the top segment that will grow with these funds, because investors would like to know this. Yes.
Absolutely. See, although we wish that all the products grow simultaneously, but OpSuite continues to be company's choice. We want to focus more and more. As I have been trying to emphasize that with capex spending, asset space will increase. So this will continue to be the focus for upcoming years. And then second product is definitely going to be EduPro. So these are 2 prime products. Although when we implement OpSuite SCM solution, which is spare part management and warehouse management, it comes as a plugin, so it generates revenue there on that front as well. But focus continues to be on OpSuite. So OpSuite plus SCM, they go hand in hand, and on right side we will have EduPro. It's not that, it doesn't mean that HR is not going to grow. We are equally invested. We are going to innovate equally into HR solution. But since you asked about companies focus, these are the solutions where we are focusing upon.
Okay. Now I would like to know about the company's peer set and what sets us apart from the peers that have been mentioned in the RHP also.
It is always healthy to keep your competition near. निंदक नियरे रखे वाला भी हिसाब है. बहुत सारे लोग हमें फीडबैक भी देते हैं, देखिए आपके कॉम्पिटिटर्स के प्रोडक्ट्स ऐसे हैं, इतने अच्छे हैं, और हम उससे इंस्पिरेशन लेते हैं. जब हम peer set को compare करते हैं, listed segment में, because NSE emerge में there are only 400 odd companies who are listed in NSE emerge. The number is very small. To be able to find your direct peer is very difficult. But very recently I came across a company by the name Infinity Infoway. Infinity Infoway जो है वो स्कूल ERP solution में उनका कुछ काम होता है, और वो एग्जामिनेशन इवैल्यूएशन सॉफ्टवेयर भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं, जो लगभग हमारे EduPro सॉल्यूशन के 60-70% मॉडल से मिलता जुलता है, और वो लोग भी सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल पे काम करते हैं एक्सेट्रा. तो हम जब इन्फिनिटी इन्फोवे को एक कंपैरिजन में देखते हैं, तो वो मुझे एक पीयर दिखता है, उसका पी मल्टीपल जब मैं कंपैरिजन करता हूँ, ऑल्दो they are more focused on EduPro solution kind of stuff, but we have got 4 product line. बट जब हम केवल बिजनेस मॉडल में कंपैरिजन करते हैं, तो सिंस मोबिलाइज का बिजनेस मॉडल SaaS मॉडल है, तो हमने एक कुछ लिस्टेड पीयर्स कंपेयर किए. यूनिकॉमर्स है एक कंपनी जिनको हमने कंपैरिजन किया, और देन देयर इज वन मोर कंपनी व्हिच वी डिड. तो SaaS स्पेस में these companies are doing well, and we intend to follow the similar footsteps.
Okay, thank you for this, Ashish ji. Now our last question, like what are the challenges and risks that you see that are there in this industry?
So challenges are definitely innovation. I mean, technology is changing so fast, and this is exactly this is exactly the opportunity as well. If it is changing fast for us, it is changing fast for everyone, which means that everyone will keep on competing in same space, and the solution is innovation. Unless you innovate and you adopt, this will continue to be a challenge and a risk for the industry. But the opportunity is that the people who will not innovate, or the companies who will not participate in this race, they will get fallen out very easily. So that's the challenge and risk along with opportunity.
Okay. The investors, for the detailed risk assessments, they can read in the RHP about the internal risk and other external risk. Now, so my last question with you, though we have done with all the questions on the business side and the revenue side, I would like to ask that how has been your IPO journey, and anything else that you would like to share on this show with us.
Sure. I mean, and in the very beginning, I highlighted, you guys are very well Christian as IPO platform, and Chittorgarh leads the SME space information stack definitely. And we started with Chittorgarh. You guys assisted us identifying right merchant banker, and we thank you for that. That your helping hand really enabled us to be able to choose the right merchant banker. And then there have been so many challenges. The guidance that because when you are a first generation entrepreneur, it is very difficult to traverse this journey. It's not an easy one. With all the laws and bylaws and so much of documentation, a helping hand comes is almost like a blessing. So I would like to thank you folks for helping us with this, and I wish you all the best. The journey has not been easy, but when you the hardest climb is always the last climb is always the hardest, and when you reach there, then you realize that yes, the race was worth it. So I would like to thank Chittorgarh and IPO Platform for this.
Thank you so much, Ashish ji, for the kind words. Now, from this, we'll end this interview, and thank you, Mr. Ashish, for sharing these insights and giving our viewers and investors a closer look at the story of Mobilise and its upcoming IPO. So, Mobilise App Lab IPO opens on 23rd February and closes on 25th of February. The listing date for Mobilise is 2nd March 2026. So, I am definitely sure that investors would find this information very useful to decide about their investments. Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish ji, for giving us time to take us through the journey of Mobilise. We'll continue bringing you such management interactions and IPO deep dives for you investors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.